Well, I left home about 15 years old, got involved in gangs, drugs, and alcohol. Just running the streets, in and out of jail by the time I was 17, 18 years old. Shooting drugs and smoking, drinking, whatever I could do. Just whatever I could get for the longest time. I had phases, where I was shooting cocaine, shooting pharmaceuticals, and then where it all ended up, I pretty much ended up alcoholic, to where I was wake up drinking, go to bed drinking, and everything else I could do in between. Pills, smoking pot, you name it, smoke crack, heroin, a little bit of everything. Well, in 2014, I had a severe attack of pancreatitis. Went into the hospital, spent 7 days in the ICU. They told my family pretty much to say their goodbyes. I had, my intestines were paralyzed. I had 3 spots of necrosis on my intestines. My enzyme levels were up to 11,000 when they were supposed to be about 300. They told my family to say their goodbyes pretty much, and said they'd make me comfortable and didn't expect me to leave the hospital. I laid there for 7 days, and then I pretty much had a out-of-body experience. I feel that I was dying, and I could feel the spirits surrounding me, and it was a pretty evil, nasty place that I was going. I called out to God. I was raised in church. I believed in God, but I just had turned my back on him. The next thing I knew, I was at the foot of my bed. All the alarms went off on my machines, on my everything in the hospital, anyway, the meters, and the doctors came up, and somehow I was coherent enough. They took me and did tests on me again, and my enzyme levels within 12 hours or so had dropped down to about 2,000 or so. My intestines started moving. All 3 spots of the necrosis was gone. And within 3 days, I was out of the hospital. I know that God just spared me that day. And the first place I went was a little church. I went and I met my pastor now, Pastor John, and I mean, I've had my ups and downs since then. I did go back to drinking, and I thank God for His patience and His grace and mercy, because it's taken me a long time, But I'm definitely a work in progress. To do it by myself over and over, there's no way. I definitely couldn't do it on my own. And for me, the AA and NA type of stuff, my meetings are church and prayer and God and fellowship with other people that have been and are going through the same kind of things. And it's strengthening me. It's giving me hope again. And it's coming to where I'm actually getting ready. I've been blessed here I've been in the hospital 14 times in the last 2 years with this pancreatitis, on the edge of death quite a few times. But it seems to be getting a little better. I've got stents in my pancreas, but the Lord's turning it around to where by no work of mine right now, He's giving me a place to live. He's blessing me with everything I need to live, and He's given me the means that I had went into a recovery, a halfway house at the beginning of this year that was faith-based, and it helped me turn my life around and grow closer with God. And now I'm having the opportunity to where I'm going to be able to open a home to several men, to a discipleship and recovery program myself. And it's only by God's grace and mercy and patience and love that I'm still even here.